Today marks the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act becoming law. It requires businesses, schools, and other areas to be wheelchair and handicap accessible, but there's still more work to be done. News 4's Ali Ingersoll is live at Canalside tonight, where there are celebrations in honor of the historic piece of legislation. Ali, what's going on down there?
Callan, there are hundreds of people out here tonight to celebrate the signing of the ADA. Now, a lot of people I'm talking to, they're saying that it's here for two reasons. The first off is to hold all the people who they hope to come down, and they're expecting around 500 tonight. The second is to showcase how far the ADA community has come, but also how far they have to go. So if you take a look down here at all this cobblestone, while it's easy for me to walk on, it isn't ideal for someone who's in a wheelchair or who might be blind and has a stick. The other thing over there is this sidewalk. So the sidewalk goes right from that to the grass, and they're also saying that's not ideal. And that's just some of the points that some of the things they're pointing out for how far they still have to go to make everywhere ADA accessible.
Prior to the ADA, there was some disability accessibility, but it was tied to programs that got federal money.
Todd Varwerk has cerebral palsy and has been in a wheelchair since his 20s. He's a community advocate for people living with disabilities. Over the years, he's seen changes for himself and others from the act.
I want them going to work. I want them going to school. I want them participating in the American dream. The ADA is what starts that. The ADA is what underlies that.
This anniversary event going on at Canalside is being spearheaded by the Western New York Independent Living Organization.
To assist people with disabilities to live and participate in the community like everybody else.
Douglas Usiak is the organization's executive director. This time 25 years ago, though, he was standing on the White House lawn as the act was signed.
I've had the ability to advance myself as a person who is blind because of the IT technologies.
He says while the act has had many benefits, there are still places in Western New York, including Canalside, which still need to be developed to be ideal for people with disabilities.
There's obviously some mobility and impairments with the soft ground for wheelchairs or lack of direction for people who are deaf, but there's been a lot of movement overall in all the redevelopment to make all the facilities physically accessible.
While physical accessibility is important, Usiak says public acceptance and education are critical to help people with disabilities achieve true independence.
We have to eliminate the stigma so that future employers and people in our community don't look at the disability but accept the person for their contributions.
People down here are also signing pledges in hopes to have 25 more years of ADA accessibility and acceptance, and also for education and to promote some education.